Good morning, everyone. This is Craig Chambers. This is Bible Times. And we're on chapter 11 of the Gospel of John, which we've been going through for some time now. And if you remember last time we visited, that Jesus brought Lazarus back to life. And this is the aftermath, starting in verse 45. And many of the Jews who had come to Mary and had seen the things Jesus did believed in him. Of course they believed in him. But some of them went away to the Pharisees and told them the things Jesus did. You always have those who want to be the teacher's pet and tell on everybody. So you know that happens. And the chief priests and the Pharisees gathered council and said, "What shall we do? For this man works many signs." All he's doing is healing people. If we let him alone with like this, everyone will believe in him, and Romans will come and take away our place and nation. So they're worried about being having their position or their jobs, their leadership positions taken away, and then their nation being destroyed by Rome. Okay? And one of them, Caiaphas, being high priest that year, said to them, "You know nothing at all, nor do you consider that the expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and not that the whole nation should perish." Now this he did not say on his own authority, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus would die for the nation, and not for the nation only, but also that he would gather together in one the children of God who was scattered abroad. Now notice that the high priest prophesied, and he didn't even realize he did it. That means that he was a voice piece for God. This is God's will that this happens. Then, from that day on, they plotted to put him to death. And all he did was, remember, all he was doing was doing miracles. He was healing people. And he brought Lazarus back to life, of course. Rather than that, he was just healing people, doing good works. Therefore, Jesus no longer walked openly among the Jews, but went from there into this country near the wilderness to a city called Ephraim, and there remained with the disciples. Verse 55. And the Passover of the Jews was near, and many went from the far country to Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves. Now, the Passover, you have to go back many years to when Egypt had Israel as slaves. And they had them for 400 years as slaves. And they cried out to God. God heard them. And he sent Moses to get them to be set free. Moses went to Pharaoh and said, "Let my people go." And he wouldn't do it. So he started sending plagues. Things like water that turned into blood. Things like that. And the Passover was one of the last plague was that the firstborn of everyone would die. Now, except for Israel, if they put blood of a lamb on their doorposts and lintel, that's the uprights and the crossbeam, the lintel, they would be, when the angel of death came through the land, the angel of death would pass over that house. And they celebrate that every year. And they still do it to this day. The Passover. Verse 56. And they sought Jesus and spoke among themselves as they stood in the temple. What do you think? That he will not come to the feast? Now both the chief priests and the Pharisees had given a command that if anyone knew where he was, he should report it, that they might seize him, just for doing good works. They were upset with him. And that was it. And they wanted to kill him for it. This is the plot to kill Jesus. Now that's all I have for today. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. I love you all. God bless. And have a good day.